Hey everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and it's a new year, new decade, new energy. So we're gonna start it off with a bang.
We're going to review The Mandalorian for you guys.
Yes. Oh, you mean the original Mandalorian? Lone Wolf and Cub. We're doing the first one, Sword of Vengeance. You might remember, some people might know it as Shogun Assassin, like kinda, but this mostly the original is Lone Wolf and Cub, Sword of Vengeance from 1972.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's basically a tale of revenge and vengeance, and basically a cute kid laughing at things in his cart. That's all the movie is.
Yeah, I mean...
I guess people also get decapitated and cut up and bleeding everywhere, and that too.
Yeah, this certainly... this will be high up on the Tarantino influence meter.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's an interesting story about a disgraced samurai who's now a Ronin, and his son that he takes with him on his quest for vengeance against the clan that disgraced his and framed him.
The Yagru or whatever.
Yagyu.
Yeah. Yeah, it really escalates.
Yeah.
It really, really escalates. Like they're like, oh, we're just gonna murder your family. Oh, okay, and then we're gonna have people show up, and then they're like, oh, what's that? At your prayer,
the family temple.
The temple, yeah. What's in that shrine area? What is that? What is that? And they knew exactly what to look at, and he's like, I don't know what this is. And they're like, you liar! You are a traitor! You are an asshole. And they're like, we're gonna arrest you. And he's like, no. And then he cuts him up.
Yeah, Ito...
I'm good at summarizing the plot.
Yeah, Ito figures out very quickly that he was set up by this clan that also works for the same shogunate, and he he knows enough about their clan to know they do some stuff on the side to try and leverage themselves higher up. And get more glory, more prime positions within the shogunate.
Yeah.
And he figures it out really quickly, and they're like, "Well, that's too bad. We're just gonna have to kill you." And then they can't.
Yeah, because he's the executioner and he's good at the sword style.
Because he's awesome.
Yeah, he's boss. I love how he's like they didn't choose like a young, they didn't choose a young samurai. They didn't choose a young actor. I mean. They chose like an older guy, and
he was older in the manga as well.
Yeah, it's also based on a manga, and it's kind of an origin story, but also is dealing with this other like kind of job he has against the hot spring bandit people.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the town. I feel bad now.
Yeah,
but he gets hired by a man named Chamberlain, who's one of the people tasked with like looking over this town, and it's been overrun by like these kind of bandit Ronin.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the movie. There's a lot of flashbacks.
It's very much a first in a series.
Yes.
It gives you like the flashback sequences to set up Ito and Daigoro's backstory.
Yeah.
And figuring out like kind of where they came from, like how they ended up in this place. And then, you also have the present day where he's just this disheveled Ronin with a sign on his back pushing a baby cart.
Yeah.
With his son in it.
And then we get this movie is crazy on the action. I was like, it starts a little slow, but it just slicing people with blood squirting everywhere.
Yeah, when it happens, it happens.
Yeah, there's one where it's when he gets basically said, "You're not the executioner anymore." He starts fighting those guys, and he cuts a blade in half, and the blade goes in the guy's throat. And I'm like, oh my god! Especially when the duel with they're like, if you win, you can leave or whatever, and we're not gonna kill you if.
Yeah, he goes up against the best swordsman.
Yeah, and then he just like uses the he's like, this guy has the sun on his back, and then this other guy has his son literally on his back. They're basically the environment's gonna help. So he's like, oh, Ito's gonna die, man. And then he ducks down, and has that reflection.
Yeah,
reflected mirror.
Daigoro has that reflective headband.
Yeah,
That reflects the sun into the other samurai's eyes.
yeah.
And it dishevels him enough
Because his head just
that Ito just cuts him in half.
It cuts his head right off.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I guess he did use the environment to his advantage.
Yeah.
And then the third act is mostly like they deal with the bandits who are like, you have a knife throwing guy, you have a guy with an eye patch. Basically, they rape people and they force people to have sex.
Yeah, they pillage the town.
Yeah.
And they're taking stuff from people. They're just abusing the people just for their own ends and means, just for their own amusement, really. So they're just painted as really, really bad dudes.
Yeah, and then the leader's like, you look familiar. And then when someone says executioner, he's like, oh no. And then that's when Ito just messes them all up.
Yeah.
Just messes them all up. So much violence, so much blood squirting. There was an awkward moment, like the awkward moment of when he has sex with the prostitute.
Yeah, he does
it's
it.
a little awkward, but you understand why.
Yeah, he does it to save everybody's life in the room.
Yeah, it's a really awkward scene. They really held on to that scene a while.
Yeah.
But aside from that, very enjoyable movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see the other ones.
Yep.
Because it's just like, man.
Yeah, and I always, like, I was a fan of the manga. It's been kept in print via Dark Horse for a long time.
Yeah. There's a lot of Dark Horse sales of Comixology, and they have that on sale a lot. So
yeah, and it's totally like a lot of the artwork that I've seen through the different volumes. It's totally worth it. And this movie kind of they try their best to reflect a lot of the quick motion and then like try and grab you for certain moments as well. Like there's the really kind of, I would say, the iconic scene is where he has Daigoro lined up to look at, to pick either the ball or the sword.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a great scene. Like,
and he picks the sword.
And they're like, you're going to get a stupid haircut for it. You could have had your hair just fine. Now he has to get the samurai haircut.
Well, he was going to get killed if he picked the ball.
Oh, okay. I totally missed that one. Oops.
Yeah. Ito was going to kill him if he chose the ball.
Good thing the kid Daigoro did not do that.
Well, it was, the idea is if he chooses the ball, the boy isn't ready and should belong, like, with his mother in the afterlife. And so he was going to kill him and put him in a more peaceful life than the sword, which is the long, arduous, dealing with bandits all the time and, like, killing people.
Let me ask you, how'd you feel about, like, when there's no sound?
I think that's, those are great moments, really.
Okay. So you think it was purposeful and not, like... Do you think he did it on purpose, or was it kind of like the sound was bad or whatever and they cut it?
I think it was purposeful.
Okay.
I do. It just highlights the tension in those moments. That's kind of the big thing for me. Because there's always those panels in the manga where it's just eyes.
Yeah.
And that's those kind of moments to me.
Yeah. Sojo. Buy, rent, or skip?
I think this is a solid rent stream. I think everybody should watch this once.
Yeah.
Action aficionados probably gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I
think the packaging is really nice on the Blu-ray set.
Yeah, but I just think it's a really interesting story, and it's incredibly influential on both Eastern and Western cinema.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's a solid watch it at least once.
Yeah, I think stream, but I personally would buy it. I own it, so. It's just really a good samurai kind of like, it's got the blood, it's got the action, it's got the story, it's got the cool visuals,
There's
the
emotional moments.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, the Ito, the guy who plays Ito is great. Like, you see him, like, really break down. Sometimes samurais are, like, very closed off in their emotion. They're like...
He's able to play it really well where he's got that stoicism.
Yeah.
But you can also tell, like, you could see the way he looks pre-disgrace and how stoic he is then versus the stoicism he shows afterward. And it's just, he looks like a different man.
Yeah.
Really.
Also, it's really a sign of how this series is going to be when the first scene is literally he executes a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where like this is going to be a ride.
Yeah.
So he's done some bad things.
Yeah, he's not a great person.
But you root for him.
But yeah, he's kind of he's your protagonist for the story. He's somebody, and he still has honor.
Yeah.
Is depraved is some of the things he's done, or if he's answering a political call at that state, when he's executing the boy, it's just what can you do?
I will say I don't think the main villain, I don't think he's a really old man. Don't think so. There's a close up on him when he wins the duel. There's a close up and you can see his eyebrows are like, you can see like the stitching. You can see where like, oh, that's where the glue is.
Are you talking about the Yagyu?
Yeah.
Guy?
Yeah. He's definitely not an old man. Spoiler.
True.
Yeah. So that's our thoughts on Lone Wolf and Cub. Sword of Vengeance. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about Lone Wolf and Cub, the first movie, and if we should do the other ones. I kind of want to do the other ones, but if we should do the other ones in the future, let us know. What's your favorite one that we should definitely be like, really keep our eye on? Obviously, if you say like the third one or whatever, we'll have to watch the second one, But the third one, if you're like, oh, I love that one, we'll be sure to get to it eventually. So, and any other suggestions of samurai movies that are in the Criterion collection, or any other, just like kind of westerns, because samurais and westerns can go hand in hand at times. Yeah, comments and subscribe and share and stuff like that. Please share, because 2020 we want make this the biggest year for Condish production, so you can help with that. And I think next week is a Joe pick.
Probably.
So it's gonna be long. And it's going to be something that I'm either going to love or I'm going to hate.
It's going to be long and it's going to be sad.
It's going to be a Fassbender movie, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we will see you next time.